Recently, I made a video all about the budget decks that I believe are the best starting point to get into the wild format, and one of those decks was Call to Arms Paladin, specifically this list right here. And in that video, I said that any one of those 5 decks could likely get a player to the legend rank, so I decided to test that for myself, and I took the Call to Arms Paladin deck for a spin and see if I could get to legend, and I did very easily. As you can see, I put up a impressive 85% win rate with a 17-3 record between the Diamond 3 and Legend rank, and while I was climbing, I was kind of feeling like this deck might be the best of the 5 decks that I showcased, so I'm here to say that if you are trying to climb with any 5 of those decks, I would highly recommend Call to Arms Paladin, because climbing with this deck felt almost too easy. So if you want to take this deck for a spin, I will leave the deck code down in the description. And if you enjoy Hearthstone content like this, please consider subscribing. It would help out the channel a ton. Anyway, let's jump into the games. Another Shaman. 2 Shamans in a row. More of a rare sight these days.
I will fight with honor.
My last opponent was an Elemental Shaman. Likely not going to be another one. But just in case they are, again, a minion-based deck, let's keep Beam. Turn 1 Protector. Keep your 1-drop. 1-drop into 2-drop, not bad. A little bit of Curve Stone. So, of course, we're wanting Showdown. The card Call to Arms also comes to mind of cards that I want. Okay, we have a large Shaman, so this is seeming to be a Shudderwalk, if I had to take a guess. So Weblord would be awesome, or Call to Arms into Weblord. Based on... okay, cool. We are gaming. So let's do a little bit of card draw to get towards our better cards sooner. Our better cards being Showdown or Call to Arms. Just gonna totem up on me. Okay. So there is Call to Arms. So let's go... oh, My Yogg. I know they have the coin, and that's kind of awkward. But I think this is the best bet I got, and I will prioritize clearing that 1-1. Yeah. Got a 6-2. So if they mess up and just try to devolve, that'd be great. Cool. The coin will turn into a Topsy-Turvy, which is fine, I think. Not the best, but like I think it's fine. And I will just prioritize hitting them in their noggin. So is this like Evolve Shaman? Paraglide, okay. Yeah, this is definitely smelling like an Evolve Shaman. So I should... okay, I got an 8-8. And I have another Call to Arms. So let's just crash in for more damage. And if I can source a Crusader Aura, I do just win the game straight up. Hopefully they were hoping for some Battlecry minions to get them out of this situation. More Nulls. And they will clear that minion. And Mogu. Little Mogu. And an Evolve. Not a bad Evolve out of my opponent. So again, Crusader Aura does just win me the game. Seal of Blood. So Seal of Blood could 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Not bad. I do think I would rather hit them with a bit of a showdown situation. Probably both, honestly. And this will go into here. I think one of these should probably clear here. And then let's just touch my opponent's face a few times with a Crabrider. And I will keep this 3/3 at home. So if they want to unlock their Battlecry minions, they can. Because they have a 4/9 and I have a 1/4. But they are also facing quite a bit of damage this game. Or next turn, rather. So that was like their big pop-off turn of Null, Mogu, Evolve. Like, that was their pop-off turn. They also kind of high-ruled with the 8/8 Wind Fury guy. Oh no. We're evolving. So they got a 12/12, not bad. And they have a 6/6. Okay, what kind of 9 drops we got? We got an 8/9. Not bad, not bad. A 10/10. I feel that. A 3/3. Okay. And then they do evolve into another 8/8. Unfortunately. And I am 1 off lethal as of right now. But any draw off of this is typically lethal unless it hits Hand of a Doll. So... Or we can just, you know, rip lethal right off the tip and call it game. Pretty good, pretty good. Taking down the Evolve Shaman. Meta Tyrant Evolve Shaman. Pretty disgusting game of double Call to Arms. Turn 3 Call to Arms into turn 4 is about as disgusting as you can get. And I also assembled the Showdown Beam combo, so you don't typically lose those games. Another Mage opponent. What could this Mage have for me?
I will fight with honor.
So this is what I want off of Call to Arms. Oh My Yogg is mediocre in the beginning of the game. This is also late game. That's also late game. So full mulligan. Let's find our good cards. Our good early game cards, rather. Oh yeah. The gang's all here. Crabrider on 1 into Hand of a Doll on 2. What more could you ask for? Now that StarCraft is now in Hearthstone, do you think we'll get some Diablo stuff? They kind of messed with Diablo stuff not too far ago, like with that that one devil guy. He was in Duels way back when. Who remembers Duels? Should I prioritize killing this 2/3? I think so. They run Devolving Missiles sometimes in that deck, so I think just take the clean trade. But yeah, I think Diablo will likely happen. Not sure how I feel mostly about the crossover sets, but as long as it like they stay within the Blizzard sphere, I think crossovers are a-okay. I come from Magic, so crossovers are going absolutely rampant over there. And in my opinion, crossovers like SpongeBob and Spider-Man that's in Magic is not good overall for the game. But I like how Hearthstone just leaned on a different Blizzard game. I'm gonna be coining out something. Probably getting Oh My Yogg. And Topsy-Turvy. Okay. Well, that's kind of insane. I will 100% take a Topsy-Turvy, because that represents a ton of damage. Okay. Yeah. So next turn I have lethal with Crusader Aura if they can't deal with my 7/4. They likely can, but the fact that they're pausing for so long makes me think they can't. So either like Ice Block or any Frost spell deals with what I'm doing. Okay, so they're gonna get a coin. And they're gonna coin out Volume Up. Okay. Do they have any 0 mana spells that can... Okay, well played, opponent. Everybody came, everybody had fun. That was disgusting. Another example of why Oh My Yogg is absolutely crucial in this deck. That was like actually better than Counterspell, and it cost 2 whole mana less. Like, that Oh My Yogg won me the game. 100%. Versus a priest. Speaking of decks that got rotated, my first experience with a deck rotating was an old school Dragon Priest, and I swear I have not enjoyed Standard the same since then. Doesn't the extra large Call to Arms deck have a higher win rate? For me, this smaller version has been performing phenomenally. Like, I also just like how it's, like, cheaper, which is, you know, fun. But, yeah, the extra large version is also rock solid. Throw away the buff spells. But, yeah, I find this version just a lot more streamlined. You draw your Call to Arms more consistently. You don't draw your synergy cards as much, or you're highly reliant on synergy cards as much. Was the priest deck Zarimi Priest? No. I played Dragonoid Operative, like Thiefed Dragon Priest with like Inner Fire combo as the finisher. That was peak Hearthstone gameplay. Little Divine Spirit Inner Fire. One of the most old school combos you can get. Oh no. Pirates away. It's tough to beat a draw like this, but we can play, I think, just Crabrider, deal with their 1/1. Kibler was playing that deck 24/7. I do not blame him. Thiefed Dragon Priest back in the day was the most fun you could have while still playing like a competitive deck. It was like this grindy control deck with like a really solid combo finish. I miss that deck. Wish it was more powerful. I wish I could actually play it in Wild, but I do not see a world where it is viable in today's Wild format. Speaking of not viable, this deck is... I just got done saying how this deck's more consistent than the extra large version. And kind of a clunky draw. Doesn't help that my opponent had the absolute craziest start you could possibly have with Shadow Priest. And they are just going to slowly hit my head. Okay. Interesting.
Linked together in
And then
harmony.
Papercraft. Makes sense. But I still think I'm very much in this game because of Tigress Plushy and Call to Arms. Alright, so let's hit a couple Dirty Rats. 0 Dirty Rats were hit. Okay. Let's at least clear this 3-1. And we do have a Righteous Protector that can help out. So next turn we are going to Tigress Plushy and probably the Miniature as well. But my opponent is kind of running out of steam right now. They still have Mind Blast at their disposal, but we've seen double Acupuncture. 2 or 4 damage will probably be absorbed by my Righteous Protector, so that's good. What does that get back? It gets back a Leper and Patches. Okay. So ideally they do not have a Shadow spell in their hand.
Starting
They do not. They just have Shipman. Are they gonna play the Shipman? Or the other minions? They probably should. Yep. Doesn't get the damage off it, but still well worth it. And I imagine they're gonna play Patches. They did not. Okay. Shipman. Sorry. not enunciating is important. Ship. But that is a great question.
I wonder.
Any nerfs coming to Wild? I honestly think Wild is in like a pretty good spot. But if I had to guess, like maybe there's an argument to nerfing something on a discard Warlock. Because that deck is wildly popular. I know people are complaining about like Borlock right now, but I think Borlock is probably fine. So they're probably going to hero power my 3-2, if I had to guess. Okay, Fellwing to start. Makes sense. Looks like they're gonna leave me with a Lifestealer though, which I do appreciate. And there's Patches. Seal of Blood. So I think I'm gonna clear here, see what I draw. Hand of a Doll. Hand of a Doll is pretty solid. Maybe it's just a Seal of Blood, Righteous Protector, Weblord, and probably just trade into their 3-4. I don't think there is a world where I can lose if I just keep their board clear and keep my Lifestealer healthy. So let's do just that. And let's protect my 4-4 and also make any future battle cries out of them a little awkward to play. I don't think there's any one card that they can draw to kill this 4-4. They will be able to clear my 1-1 with Taunt, which is A-okay. And they are just going to touch my face for 1 and play Mind Blast. I respect that. Yeah, I mean this is just disgusting. I'll just heal to pretty much full health and call it a day. and clear their 1-2 on the way out. Again, not really sure how they get out of this situation. Didn't even need Showdown Beam, but that combo makes this matchup super straightforward. So they are going to elect to hit me in my face. Does this one card deal 14 damage?
Relax your
No,
mind.
it does not. It actually deals them damage is the thing. Yeah. Disgusting. Absolutely unreal how good the mechanic lifesteal is. And the one of Tigress Plushy just really making that matchup way too simple. Another Paladin. I'm not sure if this is the same one that was on Libram. It could have been.
Fight with honor.
Get rid of the champ, get rid of the aura, keep the 2-drop, and find Call to Arms. Just got to call your shots sometimes. And I'm out of water. Tragic. Oh, okay. Big Paladin. Either they are the big version of my deck, or they are on some sort of Reno pile with Holy Wrath. We will see. The fact that they're coining out this early makes me think they are on big Call to Arms. But luckily for me, my deck is also built around Weblord, so coining that out on one is not super good. That being said, Oh My Yogg will maybe dunk on me. Okay.
Reporting for duty.
To the person who said, is the big version better? We might be seeing that it is better. Do you think it's worth it to make a big Call to Arms deck? If you check the stats, absolutely. It is definitely better. So one of them is definitely Oh My Yogg. So I think I'm more okay with Crusader Aura getting Oh My Yogged.
Let me think.
What 4-drop? What 4-mana spell am I getting? Let's see. Honestly, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. I like it. 2 3/2s. That could have been an absolute disaster if it gave their minion +2/+4. That's probably a bottom right concede angle, if I ever seen one. Okay, so I would rather them resurrect that. Oh, okay, okay, I hear that. I think I do need to... Is it going to get resurrected? No. Okay, perfect. And here is my Call to Arms. Cool. May have stabilized. May have stabilized a little bit. Okay, that's going to get Oh My Yogged. And what they had was an Oh My Yogg, and now they have taunt minions. Yeah. What kind of taunt minions did you get? So we've seen double Oh My Yogg so far. And their hand is looking mighty empty.
Keep on panning.
So we know that they do not have any Oh My Yoggs left. So I feel pretty confident in deploying that. And... I do want to clear this. It gets resurrected, of course. And then I do want to clear here. And I would rather this have a little bit of damage on it, and I want to touch their face a little bit with my Crabriders. Cool. Okay. I think we may have stabilized. It's kind of scary there for a second. Never mind. My opponent is still going to hit me very hard. Now they have a 1/1. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I just have lethal. This smells like lethal to me. So let's just get lethal. So back to talking to the one guy who asked, is the big version better? No. Sample size of 1, definitive evidence that this is better 100% of the time. You've never seen a better Call to Arms deck than the small one. I like the small one more. I think this one's better. A Thrall as the final opponent.
I will fight with honor.
I can't in good faith mulligan Showdown Beam. Like, in case they are some sort of aggressive deck, I can't. But also, it is why the deck is good. So if they just, like, are toteming for no reason, you definitely want Showdown Beam. I got my 1-drop on lock. So let's hope that they are a go-wide strategy.
Into our strength.
Perfection. Absolute perfection. They are a go-wide strategy. They are the most go-wide strategy, actually. Okay, got the Ancient Totem on 1. They might be going wide. Let's just, you know, play it slow, play it casual. If they deploy 2 more minions here, the game is over. They do not deploy 2 more minions here. That is a Taunt Totem. I could still Showdown Beam them off the coin. Just get some 3/3s rolling. Like, turn 2, put 9/9 out. Do you think that ends the game? I have another beam just in case they recover. Yeah. Yeah, this is why you play the deck. Okay. Good luck, opponent. That is my turn 2. Clear your board, develop a 9/9 worth of power. And just in case you recover, I have another beam. And also Crabrider eats totems for a living. Flame Tongue, okay. And a hero power to boot. And a Thing from below. Okay, okay. Pretty good, pretty good. But have you considered second beam? Clear their 5/2, and that's all I got. So clear your board 2 turns in a row. And I still have 2 3/3s. Heal Totem. And a Gigantitotem. I can get them down to 9. Actually, I could get them down to 6. Which seems pretty good. Also, we'll put a Divine Shield on this guy. The only disaster is if they find a Taunt Totem. But I could also just deploy a Crabrider, which I think is pretty good. So this lowers their chances of rolling a Taunt Totem. And I could also clear their 1/1. I think them not rolling a Taunt Totem, it's more important to clear a 1/1 totem. So next turn, they are going to elect to deal with a 3/3 and a Jam Session to boot. Okay. And Wind Fury. Nice. Very nice. Okay, well that is terrifying. They rolled a taunt. Classic. I actually think it is just worth it to deal... Actually... I could... No, I do need to deal with the Gigantitotem. Okay, fine. We'll deal with the big totem. Crabrider will double bump, and then we'll hero power. But we still have quite a bit of lifesteal available. Man, even Shaman is... They're resilient. They stood up to 2 beams and a Showdown. Splitting Axe for just Taunt Totems. Okay. And... I think I would rather keep this guy to deal damage, so I can buff this guy up. So yeah, we'll keep him dealing damage and have a 6/2 attacker. So we have lethal here as long as they don't roll taunt or deal with my 3/1 with like a damage spell. Needle Rock also keeps them out of harm's way. There's the Jam Session. Pretty solid. So I need any board buffing or any buff spell will get me out of this pickle. Weblord. It does set up lethal. So I will crash in with that. Also bumping in their totem. Call it a day. My opponent's definitely not making it easy on me. I really thought that double beam was just going to be the end, but it does seem like they're drawing out of it pretty well. Another gigantic 8/8. I don't think that draws a taunt. Just another Needle Rock. Okay. So they're going up to 5. And I conveniently have 5. Okay. Terrifying stuff. I think if I did not have the other champ, this was definitely my game to lose. Dangerously close game, all things considered. Even Shaman might still be decent. I don't know if I would recommend it. I'd probably recommend the deck I'm playing a little bit more, or discard Warlock, but maybe even Shaman's a bit slept on. Ooh. Gorgeous. 391. We are a top 400 gamer. Not to brag.